Hi everyone, this is Bill. I got my lambs weaned off of pasture. Thought I'd show you how they turned out. There was a pretty big age range if you haven't been following along, and if you have, you'll maybe remember. But the very last yearling ended up dropping twins there on May 21st. This is one of hers here, the smaller one. So there's two quite a bit smaller, and then there was that 3-year-old ewe that didn't lamb till May 19th, and then there was a set of twins on May 6th, and there was a couple more there in the first part of May, and then the rest were all April lambs. So April 13th was the one they started lambing, so from April 13th all the way down to May 21st, and then of course a lot of singles, and then there were some twins. Now I did sell 6 purebred ewe lambs out of here yesterday, so what's left here then would be 12 full-blood ewe lambs, 14 full-blood ram lambs, and 5 purebred ram lambs. And I know there's a couple 15/16ths and then 31/32 on those 5 purebreds. And I know I have at least one guy interested in one. That's why I thought I'd do the video today, because I need to get some pictures of them 5 for him anyway. That smoother looking younger ewe lamb right there, smoother coated, smoother wool, that's the one that was May 19th. So she caught up pretty good. Since she was only a single on a 3-year-old ewe, she was getting a lot of milk. Yeah, overall I was pretty happy. Was able to keep the worms out of them. I mean, I'm sure they had some worms, but keep the worms out to where I didn't have to deworm them on pasture. And then I dewormed them the end of last week. So I was happy with that. So it definitely pays to have cattle on a pasture from July on the following year. Worm back it out, and then have that nice clean environment to start off with. So I split that up into 4 paddocks, so that way the first time through all 4 they were grazing what should have theoretically been worm free, and then I was able to get back to the 3rd one of the 4 paddocks grazing the second time through, when they would have been more exposed to worms. And so I feel like it worked pretty good, so I'll do that again next year. But there was just quite a bit of grass out there, and it was starting to get pretty rank, and it was time to get cattle out there. And I had those ewe lambs already pre-sold, so I just figured it was time to wean them, get them going on some feed, try to get these, especially these ram lambs, growing a little faster for anyone that's wanting them for breeding yet this year. Otherwise, I'm definitely not opposed to letting them continue to grow on grass, but it's just, I want to make sure that I keep the worms out of them. Otherwise, I could have dewormed them and sent them back out. But to be honest, those yearling ewes, you know, from nursing and only being a yearling, got nursed down. So, I mean, they're not horrible, but enough that I don't want to keep the lambs on them any longer. And I weaned later than I normally would anyway, because I had several that would have been, you know, probably 100 days old when they got weaned, all the way down to 70 days. So pretty good spread there on age. It might have even been a little bit more than that if you do the math. Anyone wants to figure it out, from April 13th to May 21st to those really young ones. Anyway, just wanted to let you take a look at them. Thanks for watching. Bye.